Hi, welcome along to Barbecue Life UK, where good barbecue doesn't have to cost a fortune, and today we are Jalfrezi crazy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our lamb marinating. So I've got some natural yogurt. So I'm just going to go in with 2 tablespoons of that. Then we've got our spice mix. So in here we've got garam masala, some extra cumin, cloves, garlic powder, onion powder, turmeric and mustard powder. Full quantities will be in the description below. So we're just going to shake that into our yogurt. Just give it a little stir, incorporate it through. And then we're going to add our lamb. Just cubed up bits of lamb just that I've got from the supermarket. Trimmed all the fat off of it. Then again, incorporate that all the way over the meat now. And we're going to let this sit for at least 3 hours, up to 6. Give it a stir sort of every hour just to make sure that everything is being covered. So as I say, pop that in the fridge and then we'll see you in a few hours. So the lamb's had about 4 hours marinating. So it's going to have taken on a nice amount of that flour, and that yogurt's going to help us get a nice crust on the outside when we grill the meat first of all. So the best way to grill the meat is to put it on a skewer. You don't want to pack it on too much. We've got lots of different sizes of meat in here. A big bit, little bit. There's no rhyme nor reason to taking it out. Just get it on, plenty of space around it. Use a couple of skewers and then we'll get this on a direct cook. So the grill's up to about 190, nearly 200. We're going on with these direct heat, no deflector plate. A few minutes on each side. Just going to get a nice bit of colour on there. Keep them turning and then we'll get our pan on to start our sauce. 5 minutes each side. You can really get some gnarly bits on there, which is what we want, all extra flavour. So we're going to get these off now. Take them off. And then we're going on with the old trusty paella pan. So while this is still cold, I've got all my spices. I just want to toast these off just slightly. So in here we've got garam masala, curry powder, either medium or hot depending on how hot you like it, cumin, coriander, cardamom pods, and cayenne pepper or chili flakes if you want to give it a bit of extra kick, but they are optional. So we just keep them moving on here for a minute. Oh, and 2 bay leaves, I forgot them. 3 bay leaves. Still not hot. The smell's starting to come out now. You really smell the cumin and then cardamom pods. Break up some of these little clumps. So that's all I'm going to give them. So I'm going off, going to transfer that into a bowl. Back on. And then a little bit of oil. And the base of our curry is onion. So I've got 1.5 diced onions. I'm just going to go in with a nice toss in that oil. Get that lid down, let them sweat down, then we'll have the spices back. Our onions are just starting to turn a bit translucent. So So now we're going in with, we've got garlic, red chilli and a green chilli, one of which I de-seeded, the other I didn't. And then normally I would be using fresh ginger, but fresh ginger seems to be about as easy to get as toilet roll at the minute. So I've replaced it with 1/4 of a teaspoon of dried ginger, so we're still going to have that gingery flavour, and hopefully it'll be alright. So this isn't going to take long at all, we don't want to burn the garlic that we've added. So let's let that fry off, it's very aromatic. Then we want to go in with tin tomatoes. Put 1 can in, incorporate that through. And then we'll go another can. What we didn't add before I added the tomatoes, I should have put the spices back in, so we'll add them now. Normally I would add these before I add the tomatoes and they stick to the onions nicely, so I'm not going to make too much of a difference adding it now. We'll get them in, again incorporate it all through. Try not to splash any out like I just did. So now we'll add our lamb back. Make sure that that's nicely covered in the sauce. And we want to keep an eye on it sort of every 5 minutes, because at some point you're going to want to add a bit of stock. I don't want to add it quite yet, because we'll end up coming out the side of the pan, but as it thickens up a bit more, we're just going to thin it down slightly, add a bit more liquid with the stock. So at this point I'm just going to add just a tad more liquid, not a lot, and it's just something you're going to have to judge yourself. I don't want it to dry out too much. I've shut the bottom vent down quite far as well, because we want to keep the temperatures lower now. So the dome's reading just over 150. So every 5 minutes I just want to bring it in from the sides, check the consistency, see if I need to add any more stock. That is about right. So this has been bubbling away for about 25 minutes. I'm going to go in with a whole red pepper that I've cut into strips, and then them strips in half so they're not too long. Just get that in and just let them start to soften down. So the peppers have had just over 5 minutes, and now we're just going in with some coconut cream. So that's about 100 ml. Just going to fold that through nice and gently. Once this is folded in, this is also your point that you want to give it a taste. If you want it hotter, smack a bit more spice in there for that last few minutes. I tasted mine just before I put the cream in, and it's exactly where I like mine to be. Just had a final 5 minutes with that cream coconut in there. I'm going to take it off now, and you want to let that rest for, I don't know, 2 to 3, maybe 5 minutes. Just let it mellow out a little bit, because it's going to be mega hot at the moment. Let it rest and then we give it a taste. So as you can see, it's now pretty dark out here, it's pretty nippy, so there's nothing more I want on a cold winter's night than a nice warming curry. Let's give this a little taste. I'm not going to have too much because it's everybody's dinner. I love this curry. I've been making it like this for years, indoors and out. It's absolutely fantastic recipe. I can't knock it. It's exactly what I want a curry to be. If you want it hotter, milder, you're going to need to adjust the recipe for your own taste. But if you like what we're doing here at Barbecue Life UK, then please do subscribe to the video. Make sure you leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And give us a thumbs up. Cheers for watching.